All right, great. And so just to highlight a couple of the things that you said, a reverse mortgage, also called a home equity conversion mortgage.
Yes.
And I'm learning right along here with you. So I'll ask your questions, hopefully. And an important thing Linda said is this is non-recourse, which means
that you can live there for the duration of your life, regardless of the amount of equity you've used in living there. It doesn't matter. It's not like a traditional mortgage where it's based on loan to value.
So you won't run out of equity or money once you're in a reverse mortgage.
No,
you're not going to get your house taken away.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's very important to know that. And the reason that I say that, at least from my vantage point, the reverse mortgage seems complex is because I've seen, and it's interesting that you say they're really not complex. I've seen a lot of, from my vantage point, bad ones and a lot of good ones. And I think it's important if you are looking at this that you speak to someone who's familiar with the topic, they're trustworthy, and don't just call an 800 number off of a television ad, because you can get into a lot of trouble doing that.
Well, I certainly don't know, every lender that's offering reverse, but I can only speak for myself. You have to get a certification if you're thinking about doing it, which is an education certification, that you understand what a reverse is. And also there's what they call triggering events that could possibly be a troublesome thing for anyone. But that is, you must pay your property taxes, you must pay your homeowner's insurance, and you must keep the property in decent condition. You must maintain the property. So those are called trigger events when, because he was saying, complex. Well, it's not complex, but you do need to get a certification, get education about a reverse, and also know that you're still responsible for taking care of the property and the taxes and the homeowner's insurance.
So homeowner's insurance, property taxes, and home maintenance.
Yes, and make sure that you get certified and that you understand what you're binding yourself with, what's going on, because that's very, very important. Because if you don't pay your taxes, that could be a triggering event, which you could possibly get in trouble with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's important to just talk about that. Now, one really interesting part of the reverse mortgage that I'd love to get into, because most people aren't familiar with this, is the using a reverse mortgage in order to purchase a home. So tell me how that works.
So I believe it was in 2008 that FHA began the reverse for purchase. And that was to address sustainable living for seniors. It's similar to having a reverse when you already had a mortgage in place and you refinance. But in this case, you put a one lump sum payment down and you buy the home knowing that you're approved for a reverse mortgage. That way, as a senior, you don't ever have to pay a mortgage and you can live there forever without the responsibility of paying a monthly mortgage payment.
It's very interesting.